tell me who you are, so that way everybody knows who we're talking to.
Well, my name is Ron Estolano. I'm 33 years old, born and raised Tucson, Arizona. I moved to Phoenix after high school in 2007. I got into cars when I was 16. I got into Mercedes-Benz probably when I was 21, 22.
What was your first Mercedes?
C280. It was a maroon C280 that I had bought, and I had a misfire, but it looked cool, and I wanted that car. It was a W202 with an inline six. I think it was an M104 at the time. It was a badass car, and after that car, I think that's why I just kept with Mercedes ever since.
Okay. Go ahead and tell me about this car.
This car, as I said, $500. I bought this car out of an auction. Had an M102 in there, so it was the 8-valve 4-cylinder 2.3. It was tired. The the transmission was starting to slip, so I wanted to put in a different engine, one that had a little bit more pep to the step. And I've had a C230 compressor before. With the m111, the M45 supercharger was a great choice, and so I figured those guys in the UK could do it. I could probably do something like that here in the US. There was not a lot of information, but I was able to get it done. And basically, this from the intercooler back has all been custom dialed in. The intercooler was bought off of eBay. It measures 18 inches wide by 13 inches tall, 2.5 inch inlet, outlet. All the plumbing is 2.5 inch as well.
What radiator do you have?
The radiator actually got off of Amazon, and it's for a 71 Dodge Challenger. So that does fit. It actually measures, I believe, 25 inches and a quarter, so you can run your plumbing on the right side and on the left side as well. I got a pulley on the crank that should bring the boost up to about 14 psi. I'm not sure what kind of bar that is, but whatever.
Tell me about the ECU and wiring harness setup you have.
Yeah, so the wiring harness I actually had custom built from some guy in Lithuania, I believe the country was. Tuner Studio was the business in which I received the harness from. Took a couple months to get here. A couple wiring issues aside, it does work pretty well.
Why'd you go with that ECU and wiring harness setup?
The wiring harness setup, it just looked clean. It was advertised, and I'm not the best at wiring. ECU Masters and ECU Black, it just seems like a lot of people are used to tuning that and know their way around the software. And that's one part of this car that I didn't want to just kind of go in blind. I wanted to have a lot of information to support that. And because of that, I've been able to get it started and run based on everything that I've read, on my own via the internet.
Nice. What suspension and brake setup do you have on the car?
Well, suspensions are full body coilovers from Yellow Speed Racing. They go, I think they're the super low or ultra low, whatever they are. The brake setup is actually from a 1991 Mercedes-Benz E300. So the W124 calipers, brake, rotors, brake lines, everything was all bolt on. So that was pretty easy. The wheels I got off of a 500 SEC. I think that they're pretty unique, but they are going to be changed here pretty soon, so they will be for sale if anybody's interested. No scratches, no problems on them. They're just a bit dirty, but I think they look pretty cool for what they are right now. And they're 16 inch by 8 inch, by the way.
What about the interior? Can you tell me a little bit more about that, and do you have any plans for it?
The interior is all stock. It was originally gray, converted to black. I plan on getting some Recaro seats, some old school classic Recaro seats. I want to enclose the gear shifter area, and retrofit all of my window buttons and everything into the center console. There's a lot of work to be done in there, possibly a half cage in the future. Mainly I just want to get this thing dialed in terms of tune, and just be able to take it out to car meets and possibly the track.
Nice, man. So what's next, I guess, for the build? Because it looks pretty much done.
Oh man. Next thing for the build would probably be injectors, a good tune, that's for sure, and probably turbo. Turbo will be in the future. I have a manifold. Actually, speaking of which, a manifold that was created by a gentleman on YouTube. You guys might have seen his build, 190E turbo build. That's the gentleman, Alex, I believe his name was, who created my manifold. So I have that sitting on the shelf. That's in the future, but right now I just want to enjoy it with its supercharged bass right now.
Nice, man. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. I wish I could have cleaned the car a bit more, but it's the first day it's ran since November of 2022, and it's currently August 6th, I think it is. So almost a year, but I've been able to get this swap done, and yeah, I'm pumped. And now I have a complete write-up on how to get this done. For those in the U.S. that want to do something similar, you can reach out to me. I'll have an Excel sheet I can send you with all the parts, where I got them from, and how much everything cost me. Again, I'm not a super builder guy, but this is just something that you can do at home, and certified no cash racing. So
Sweet, man. Thank you much.
yeah, you're welcome.